There we go. Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going so well so far, so please bear with me. There seems to be a couple of technical issues on my end today. You are watching Pretty Ninja Racing on YouTube. And tonight we have the 4th round of Season 4 of the PNTCC. And at the moment it's just a free practice session here at the Nürburgring. And at the moment we are watching Pindolia having a tussle with somebody, not quite sure who on track. Could be 66 in the could be 66 Coulson or Butler. I'm not quite sure who it is. Lloyd just goes to the top of the chime-in charts. Now, Lloyd has a great opportunity here to get some much-needed points back after the disaster at Croft in race 2, where he decided to drive into a concrete tyre stack. So today is a good day to try and get as many points as possible. He has been rather quick, but as it currently stands, Skyring is currently topping the leaderboard. Oh, we back? Yeah, the OBS decided to crap itself for some stupid ass reason. I might need to do my yearly service to my machine, which means wipe it all and then clean it back up again, reinstall a few things, clean installs here and there. Maybe get some new hardware before then. Actually might get some more SSDs instead of HDDs for my storage, like files and stuff. But yes, we are back on. We have 13 drivers tonight, which is quite good. And remember, this is a 10-minute reverse race. But as I was saying, Skyring currently leading the championship. In fact, let's take a quick look. If I bring over the standings, here we are. Let's press F11. There we go. So Jay Skyring is leading the way with 128 points. Lloyd is in second with 109. Butler is not far behind though with 81 after 3 races. 66 has only been involved in 2 races, has got 76 points. So he is definitely going to be one to watch out for today at the front of the grid. Mayer in P5 with 70. Smith in 6th with 51. Sobek in 7th with 36. Coulson in 8th with 33. Torrico in 9th with 28. Or 33 in fact. 33, sorry. And then Horta in 10th with 28. And that's rounding off your top 10 today. And back we go. Chris Thomas, come on, Jammer Collard. I've got your computer here, Chris. Ready to be picked up. And taken to your gaff so you can get involved. But Lloyd driving the Audi tonight. It has been fairly pacey. Butler just nips in front in free practice, but it doesn't really look like Lloyd is overly pushing here. But last season we kept a quite small, fast circuits, a lot of carnage. This is probably the longest circuit that we've actually done in the PNTCC for quite some time, since probably season 1 realistically, or maybe even season 2 on Race Room. Oh, I need to get rid of my tyres at the very top, because that's the tyres for the safety car and nobody else's, and no one wants to see that. There we go. They gone. They gone. So Mayer might cause a little bit of an upset today. Cole has been quite pacey in recent events with us, so hopefully he will also be able to cause a little bit of carnage up near the front. Coulson, the South African, is in. And hopefully he'll have a good race today as well. Slightly longer circuit, so small mistakes can cause large gaps and kind of break up the pack quite a lot, but we will wait and see. We've got a few new names that I've not really seen before. Clemens is racing tonight as well. Not sure if they've been involved in one of our events before. They might have done in season 3. It kind of does ring a bell. Jed definitely rings a bell. I'm sure I saw that in Season 3 somewhere, so welcome back. Conor Graham's in again tonight after the GT4 race. GT3, I can't get my words out tonight. 911 Sprint and the GT4 Multiclass, which hosted on a Wednesday night. Kissil. Not sure if I've seen that name in here before. Ah, I was late again. Goes up for it tonight. Ah, sorry, Mole. Ah, Monday nights aren't quite... Well, was it Monday night that you kind of... No, it was the Porsche multi-class that you missed last time, wasn't it? Helicopter cam is literally just a bird's eye view. Okay. Let's get the car camera right. That's what we want. Or do we? Kind of like all of them, really, don't we? But inside view kind of looks quite good. Bit shallow going in. See how they do. So here we go. So whilst we are waiting for the race to start, let me talk you through some of our future events tonight. You're watching the Pretty Ninja Touring Car Championship here live at Nürburgring GP. GT2s are heading back to Italy, to the circuit of Mugello. We have some new cars this time, which I'm very happy about, which I'll explain more at the end of the stream. The Porsche Multiclass is heading stateside to Atlanta Raceway. Going to be very tricky for the GT4s to keep their grip levels high, as the undulating track and bumpiness of it in general really does not favour the GT4 whatsoever. Sprint class should be okay though. Here we go, they're just lining up for quali, they're just making their way out now. As we head back over to live action, we're on board with 66, currently third place, in the championship. Looking to maybe leapfrog Jamski into P2, knock him down a peg, but we'll have to wait and see. Jamski was waiting in the pit lane actually, for some clear track, I'm going to assume. Everyone is fairly spread out. You can see that just about in the wing mirror. You can see those little dots. As we head down to the hairpin, back up the hill towards the Schumacher S's. If you get the entry right, you can take it flat in these touring cars. 6.6 is on an out lap. And yeah, just about got it right. Looking good. Really revving that Honda. You can tell this is an outlap. He's not absolutely nailing it through. But here we go. One onboard lap here with 66. Let's put him under a little bit of pressure. He's going to be the first car over the line. So let's take a lap of the Nürburgring GP. Over the timing line he goes. Very easy to lock up your front right tyre down into this chicane. He's done not too badly. There's quite a lock up there, but he's fairly unscathed. Does look like Mayer behind may have just overshot T1 just a little bit. Taking it aggressive into this chicane section. Not quite hitting the apex there on the left. Doesn't really open up this corner on the right here. But Mayer seems to be following 66 on rails by the looks of it. Harden the brakes down to round the left. Keep it in third gear if you can. Round the right hander down towards the hairpin. And you can carry quite a lot of speed because it is cambered, so you want to slow up a bit. Oh, and he's lost the rear end. And that's going to be his lap time pretty much over. So 66 has ruined his first lap time, but Mayer is now going to be the first one over the line in the Cupra, in Pepe's car. Cupra's a lot quieter and loses the rear end coming into the left-hander. That's going to be a few temps gone. So that's both of these laps not really going to be cutting the mustard as we go on board with Lloyd now down into the hairpin. Let's see how Lloyd gets this handled. Gets this stopped pretty well. Pindalier, Butler, Cole, Skyring, all going to be setting lap times. Trying to put the pressure on Lloyd. Lloyd really wants his championship. Lloyd taking it quite light through the Schumacher S's there. So not feeling like he wants to take it flat out through Schumacher S's just yet. This is looking very tamed lap here by Lloyd. As Mayer goes over the timeline with a 2:06.44. 66 clearly with a much slower time with the issues I had. Butler has moved into P1 with a 2:05. Kissel is into P3 with a 2:07. I think a few of these drivers can do a little bit better. Clemens with a 2:11. Cole moves into P2 with a 2:06.3. 66 still P6. Pindalier in P8. Graham moves into P5 with a 2:08. And Lloyd goes over the timing line with a 2:05.9 into P2. Skyring shouldn't be too far behind. Oh no, he is quite far behind in fact. So Skyring's going to be the next one to set a lap time. So let's just see what he can get done. Oh, he missed shot the left into the fast chicane. And that's not going to be good news for Skyring. He's got 4 minutes to get a couple of more laps in. If he's lucky, he should be able to do it, but he's going to have to really pin it for the next couple of laps. There we go. Skyring's now going again. Butler, on the other hand, is not doing too badly on this lap as well. Might be a slight improvement. Oh, as he runs wide, so that's probably going to be a track validation there. As Conor Graham's sitting in P6 right now. Where is Coulson? Coulson's P7 right now as well. Coulson's P7. 66 is still P8. 66 about to cross over the start finish line with a 2:06.4. So improved, but not quite enough with the front runners. And as I say, Butler gets a 2:05.343. So clearly lit the Civic up a little bit more, locking up the rear right, and that could quite easily happen in the race, you know. Cole comes over the timing line, no real improvements. Lloyd has just gone through the fast chicane by the looks of it, coming around the final corner. It's looking a bit tamed. Yeah, it definitely is. There's a slow lap. So here comes Lloyd now with, sadly, a lot of traffic. So whether Lloyd can get in another clean lap, I'm not too sure. Coulson, like I mentioned, P7. Graham moves down to P9 with drivers just improving bit by bit by bit. But this is the PNTCC. Realistically, it's all about the race. And quite frankly, anything can happen in the race. Absolutely anything. The Skyring is still yet to set a time, and as I say that, he's coming around the final corner, locks up the front right. And moves into P4 for 206.3. Ahead of Mayer, just behind Cole. But it looks like we know who our front three are going to be. Where is Cole? Cole's just coming up to the fast chicane now, I think. Oh, no, he's not. Just come through Schumacher S's. In the Alpha. I just realised my audio is stupidly low in this game, isn't it? Bet you guys can barely hear anything. Where is it? Audio. Let's get that turned up. Let's get the touring cars the respect they deserve. There we go. That's much better. So what kind of lap time is Cole going to do? It's looking pretty good, you know. Coming to the final corner. Gets the car nice and rotated. Back on the power nice and early. This is actually looking rather tasty. Cole, not quite an improvement. Was looking very close though. Where is Lloyd? Lloyd's gone through the fast chicane now. And this isn't looking so tasty. It's definitely slower, but he's going to get one more chance to make it count. I think traffic probably got in the way there for Lloyd. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the timing board to see if there's any improvements throughout the grid. Cow definitely struggling a little bit there. Jed has called it a day. Clemens is still giving it a good go. Currently with a 2:11.3. And Mayer pushing. Skyring moves up to P2, knocking Lloyd down to P3. But they're still quite a bit off Butler. Down to the hairpin. You can see there is a car off in the sand trap. It's not Butler. It's Coulson, and he teleports back to the pits. And Skyring's also stopped. Can Lloyd do anything? Alpha in front, it could be a little bit of a distraction. Over time in line, Cole goes into P2, knocking Skyring and Lloyd back down. So I did say Cole was looking quite quick. Butler is putting it into the pits. Don't think this is going to be enough for Jamski. Oh, he moves up to P3, knocking Skyring down to P4, but not enough to get on the front row. Pindalier has also called it a day. Graham has called it a day. Clemens has also called it a day. And that is the end of qualifying. But as I mentioned, GT2s are heading to Elite Mugello, and we have some new cars which I will mention and show at the end of the stream, so make sure you keep an eye out for that one. Porsche Multi-Class Series is heading to Atlanta Raceway, which is going to be absolute carnage, so sign up and get involved. And tonight you're watching the Pre-Ninja Touring Cars Championship Season 4 here at Nürburgring GP. We've got 20 minutes of racing split across 2 drives, 2 races, and an unknown first grid, apart from the fact that I know what it is. So this could be quite fun. I think the reverse grid could be quite carnage, but it's a long circuit. So reality means it should be relatively easier to to get onto the grid. Or up through the grid, sorry. Up through the grid. Sorry, it's been a very long Monday, okay? It's been a very long Monday. I am ready for some good hardcore racing. It's not a bad view, that, is it? Not a bad view at all. Sadly, all the other cameras are to the rear, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll see what this one's like going into T1. We might see a bit more carnage going on. And here are our 6 lights. 1 light, 2 light, 3 light, 4 light, 5 light, 6 lights. And off we pop for round 4 of the Nürburgring GP. The front 3 get a pretty good start. It looks like Jamsky's got a bit more of a run though on Cole. As we come into T1, let's watch the carnage completely unfold. And Lloyd is on the outside. Cole's going to try and get down the inside of Butler. Doesn't quite make it work. And luckily the rest of the field seem to be doing fairly okay. Everyone's currently survived. Pindalia is right in the mix of it. You can see cars all around him. And he's trying to make his way up through the field. And it does look like Lloyd is looking to get on the early pressure of Cole. Oh, tries to look down the inside. Cole closes the door. Problem is they need to work smart because Butler will just drive off if they are not careful. So we are Butler, Cole, Lloyd, Skyring, 66, Mayer, Kissel, Pindalia, Coulson, Graham, Jed, Clemens, and then Asunkau. And Graham is fallen down the order. Not sure whether he's been taken out by somebody or he's taken someone out, because Coulson is also there and Graham is immediately gone into the pits, probably calling it a day. Yeah, it looks like he's already DC'd. So Lloyd running massively wide there, and now he's going to get the pressure from Skyring. Skyring's going to go on through. And at the end of lap 1, Butler's going to be 1.2 seconds ahead. This is not good for Lloyd in championship because 66 has also got ahead of him. So Lloyd needs to get on with it, really. Further down the field, Kissel looks to be trying to put Pindalia under a bit of pressure. Lloyd is certainly trying to get something done on 66. They're swapping and changing right now. 66 just parks on the apex, nowhere for Lloyd to go. And this will be helping Skyring maintain the championship lead. There's 50 points up for grabs today. The Lloyd curse is still very much a thing. It looks like it. 66 is really squeezing Lloyd, although Lloyd, to be fair, was making the space out of pretty much nothing. But Lloyd is putting 66 under huge amounts of pressure. And it looks as though Lloyd might try and get down the inside into the hairpin. Can he get it stopped better than 66? It looks like he probably can, but 66 goes round the outside using the... Oh, and a bit of bump. 66 using the camber to carry the speed round. And Lloyd just seems to be struggling getting by any cars. Mayer's looking to get in on the action as they go through the Schumacher S's. 66 covers the inside line. And once again, Lloyd is in the absolute thick of it. Coulson moves up into P11. And we are 3 cars battling for P4. And Cole is slowly bringing the gap down to Butler. as they go through the fast chicane. And 66 is gone. Completely ran wide out of the... and it's even worse because he just didn't slow down enough. So down to P8, 66 goes. It could be more. No, I think that might be it actually. So down to P8, 66 goes. Now Mayer is trying to put Lloyd under pressure and is putting Lloyd under pressure. Oh, and Mayer's losing. Lost the rear end on the braking. I did say when we saw it Butler happen in qualifying that it could happen. Pindalia says, thank you very much, I'll have that. Moves into P5. Lloyd is now P3, 2.9 seconds behind Skyring. If he wants any chance in this championship, he has to beat Skyring every race. Doesn't matter where on the circuit, he just needs to beat Skyring, really. Because this is the halfway point. Now Cole is slowly gaining on Butler. It's 4 minutes 50 left of the race to go. And Cole just kind of slides the Alpha into the hairpin. You can see the time that Cole's catching Butler up. Alpha seems very nice through the Schumacher S's. Coulson moves up into P10. Keeping an eye on the rest of the field. It looks like Mayer maybe trying to put Pindalia under a bit of pressure. Pindalia looks like he either ran wide or got a little bit of a love tap from Mayer. Bumping is racing, but Pindalia is trying to play at Mayer's own game. Now can Mayer get the car stopped this time and not spin it out? Pindalia is trying to keep it round the outside. I think if he can get his nose in, he can't quite get his nose in. And Kissel is trying to go round the outside of Pindalia, and Pindalia is cutting across the grass. So I think there was a bit of contact there between the two, and 66 moves up into P7. Rubin is racing. Now, whether it was a deliberate pop-off is another thing. Cole has fallen a few more attempts behind Butler now. So I think Butler's going to get a race win under his belt, although he does run wide into the hairpin. Oh, and to be fair, Cole runs wide on the exit, just getting a bit too eager. That mistake from Butler goes unscathed. And Lloyd is slowly catching up to the rear end of Skyring. 8 tenths is the gap. One more lap to go after this one. Now where is Lloyd? Lloyd is only 7 tenths behind Skyring, and that Audi is looking rather racy now. Lloyd is probably just got his head down. The red mist is gone. The focus is here. Can he do anything before the end of the race? And as we've got 1 minute 30 left to go, the reverse grid is from P12. P12 is the reverse grid, so it'll be basically a full grid reverse, apart from Conor Graham. It does look as though Lloyd is going to be trying their utmost to get past Skyring this lap, and gets it down to half a second just through T1 alone. So clearly Lloyd is going to be putting Skyring under a lot of pressure in a moment. just whether that pressure can mount to anything. So close there. Just needs to find an opportunity to get by Jay Skyring, which is never an easy task, especially in the touring cars. Lloyd takes a slightly deeper line through the hairpin. Gives him quite a nice exit. It's just whether he can make it stick through the Schumacher S's. And he certainly does. That Audi is definitely closing down the Cupra. It's just, can Jamski make anything of it? Oh, look how close he is. Skyring's going to want to defend the inside line into the fast chicane. But Lloyd has got an absolute overlap here. Being brave boys side by side through the fast chicane. Bit of rubbing. Can Lloyd make anything of it? Can he get the switchback done? Can he get it done? Oh, he just can't quite get the work done. Or can he? Nah, it's over the line. So P4 for Lloyd, P3 for Skyring. The camera's really not very helpful for the line, is it? Pindalia in P8. Jed in P9. Coulson will be coming over the line in P10. Clemens will be coming over the line in P11. And Asunkao will be coming over in P12 and will be our pole sitter for the next race. So not a bad first race, I would say. So Butler is our race winner for race 1. Cole in P2, Skyring P3, Lloyd P4, Mayer P5, Kissel P6, 66 P7, Pindalia P8, Jed in P9. That's not Jed, that's the safety car, thank you. Coulson P10, Clemens P11, Sunkau in P12. There we go. So we just got to wait a little bit. Whilst we're waiting, let me talk you through our events one more time. The Porsche Multi-Class Series heads to Atlanta Raceway on Wednesday night, 8:30 GMT. Sign-up still available. All you have to do is hit the link in the description below. The Touring Car Championship next week will be in Britain. There'll be at Thruxton Raceway, or Thruxton, just Thruxton. One of the fastest circuits in the UK, if not the fastest circuit in the UK, always brings amazing racing in the PNTCC. And the GT2s are heading to Italy, to Mugello Raceway. And hopefully that should bring a good race, especially with the new cars. Especially with the new cars. I've got it wrong. It wasn't P12. My list here is wrong. So it must have been P9. Now, none of the drivers know this. They know it's reverse grid, but that's about it. So we'll keep an eye on Pindalia, who has currently got the inside going down into T1. Here are the lights. One light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. And off we pop for race 2 of the PNTC Season 4 here at the Nürburgring GP. And the front two, in fact everyone, bar Cole, has got an absolute fabulous start. And Pindalia is trying to get tyre, like warmth in their tyres as they go down into T1. Massive lockups there. It looks like everyone's trying to get somewhere. 66 in P3. Lloyd is in P4. So Lloyd's clearly had a very good start in this race too. Long may it continue. Mayer moves up into P5. and dives down the inside of Lloyd and gets P4 done, although not quite actually. Probably gets a much cleaner exit. These camera angles are absolutely crap. Here we go. That's a bit better. Oh, and Mayer and Lloyd. Oh, Mayer's gone. Not quite sure what's happened there. And it looks like Mayer's rejoined the circuit. And possibly taken someone out. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to check that out. So Lloyd's in P4. 66 is in P3. Pindalia is in P2, and Jed is currently holding his own in P1. Butler moves up into P4, goes round the outside of Lloyd down the hairpin. Great move. Gets it done as they go through the Schumacher S's. Butler will be looking to get that double victory, the full 50 points available. And 66 moves up into P2, and Lloyd gets a move done on Butler. Quite aggressive, but fair enough. And Lloyd gets it parked on the apex. And everyone else behind is now really on the rear end of Butler. Skyring in P6, Cole P7, Crystal in P8, Coulson P9, Mayer down in P12, Clemens P11, Asunkao in P10. 66 is now on the charge, and it looks like there was a car that's gone off Butler. So it might have been two abreast, 2 into 1. I didn't quite, well, I saw it in the corner of my eye, but sadly, race 1 winner Butler is now down in P11. Skyring is in P10, slowing down. So I'm guessing Skyring and Butler must have had a bit of a collision into the fast chicane. As 66 now goes into the race lead, which will be very helpful for his championship if he can get the race win. Pindalia in P2, Lloyd P3, Cole P4, Jed in P5, Casil P6, Coulson P7. And only the top 12 get points anyway, but there's only 12 drivers, so there we go. Heavy rear left lockup there for 66. Heavy rear right lockup this time. So can 66 get the race win? Looks like Coulson is looking to possibly make a move. Only 2 tenths behind Kissel. Goes slightly deeper. Oh no, he doesn't actually. He gets it really nicely in and tight. Good drive out as well. This trio's looking like it could be a bit of fun here. Battle for P5. Whether they can make anything of it. And this is Coulson's view, the South African. You can see Kissel's trying to make a move on Jed coming up to the fast chicane. Jed has got the inside line. Oh, and Jed kind of out brakes, and this could be a double overtake for Coulson if he's brave enough. Could have got the double done, but Jed running a little bit wide on the brakes both times. It's just whether Coulson can hold on to it, because Kissel's coming right back. He's got the inside line into T1, but the switchback is very popular here at T1. Oh, and the rear left locks up. Sadly, Coulson loses the place and falls back down to P7. Butler moves up into P8, so a good drive there from Butler. Lloyd, in the meantime, has moved into P2 ahead of Pindalia and is only 1.3 seconds behind 66 with 5 minutes to go. But this battle for P5 is not finished. Kissel is finally got past Jed. These camera angles are so bad. Here we go. Sorry, but they are really rubbish around this circuit. Jed now has got to deal with Coulson as Clem sadly falls down into P12. Skyring still P10, 1.8 seconds behind Mayer. And And it looks like Skyring's having a similar result. And Coulson drifts it round the bottom of the hairpin. Just about holds the rear end of that Honda Civic. And Jed... Oh, and there's been a collision. Clemens Asunkau clearly having a bit of a tit for tat by the looks of it. And both of them sadly falling completely by the wayside. Cole, in the meantime, is looking to possibly try and make a move on Pinderleer, giving him the old flashy lights, meaning I mean business. But Pinderleer does not need to move out of the way whatsoever. He can race as hard or as light as he likes as Cole looks to go down the inside. Heavy on the brakes. And I think Cole's got a much better exit. Fastest lap goes to Lloyd currently with a 2:05.412. And you can tell because he's got a gap down to 7/10. Kissel's just done their personal best of the race. And Cole's looking to go down the inside into T1. Can he get it stopped? He can, but Hewis, oh, bit of rubbing. Tries to stick it round the outside. Oh, and Hewis runs quite wide, but Cole manages to get it stopped. And moves up into P3. And it's just whether Pinderleer can keep up with them. Butler is now looking to try and get past Jed, and I think that'll probably happen relatively soonish. And there we go. We can see Mayer in the background just drifting it around that left-hander. As Butler, to be fair, is doing really well to rescue his race up to P6. Lloyd is now a second behind 66 as he outbrakes himself a little bit there. But I think that's on purpose, you know. I think that's his actual line. And Mayer looks to be the next person to get past Jed. Jed's covering the inside line into the Schumacher SS. He'll be a bit slower. So he'll probably have to lift off a little bit. And Mayer looks to go down the inside into the left-hander. Gets the car stopped. Jed rather anxiously kind of dives out the way a little bit. Isn't too aggressive. So here is our race leader right now, apparently 1 second ahead of Lloyd. It looks a lot closer than that, not gonna lie. Although yeah, realistically, yeah, that is probably about a second. And 66 has just set his personal best of the race so far. So 1:20 to go. Mayer's fast in GT, but seems to lack a little in other classes. Coulson's got a drive through for cutting. So Coulson, who's currently sat in P10, will probably end up down in P12, sadly. And there is Lloyd chasing the rear end of this yellow Honda Civic. Be a good haul of points for Lloyd, but I don't think it'll be enough to really project him above Skyring. We'll bring him back in though, with Skyring currently P8. And this will be the last lap of the race with 30 seconds to go. And 66 is just managing the race quite well there. You can see Lloyd is really trying to keep up with the Honda Civic in front. Seems like the Audi's got a little bit more in the brakes. You can just tell one little mistake from 66 and Lloyd will be all over him in a flash. But this is the last lap of the race. Through the fast chicane we go one last time. And 66 just about manages on. And into the last corner we go. So 66 will be taking race victory here at the Nürburgring GP. Race 2, Lloyd will finish second. Cole will get P3. Pindalia will be getting P4, which I'm pretty sure he'll be quite happy with. Kissel P5. Butler P6, great recovery drive there. Mayer in P7 after having a bit of an incident in lap 1 rather. Skyring finishes P8. Colson's got a 60-second penalty, which is going to put him to the back of the grid. So Jed finishes P9, Asunkao in P11, and Clems in P12 to finish off the roster. So let's just exit out of this race because that is pretty much it done. And we're just going to load the replay and we're going to keep an eye on what happens to Mayer in race 1. And whilst we wait for the standings to update as well. I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. I thought that was rather good. Okay, right. Car 66 Byron Cole, but Mayer. Let's have a little look see. Ramped up the aggression, says Jamski. And for some reason, it's got dark on this race, so let's have a little look. It was a good bit of fun. So let's have a little look. So Mayer currently going down the inside here of, if I remember rightly, it's that one. Kissel, giving Kissel a few little love taps here. Gets down the inside of Lloyd, nothing wrong there. Lloyd chips his nose in, nothing wrong there, no collection at all. Oh, a little bit of a tap there by Jamski. Sadly, that did collect Mayer's race a little bit much. Oh dear. Okay. So let's go with Lloyd and go like this and go like this. I mean, the reality is, what I want to check is just to see if Butler taps Lloyd or not. Nope. Oh, bit of bloody netcode, isn't it? Bloody netcode. So, in theory, that has to be a penalty to Jamski, even though it is netcode. It is up to the car behind. Unsafe rejoin by Mayer. Yeah, 5-second penalty. I mean, look at this rejoin by Mayer. Absolutely atrocious. Should know better. But no, technically that will have to be a 5-second penalty to Jamski for causing a crash. But Mayer had nowhere to go. Who's the other car that sadly gets a bit interrupted? Cole. Yeah, Cole loses the position as well. Mayer gets put all the way to the back. So sadly, 2 cars got affected by that, so that will be a 5-second penalty to Lloyd for race 2. Other than that, the racing was really rather good, I thought. Really rather good. But yeah, there we go. I doubt we'll get any more in, but any more kind of penalty requests. But if you do have one, just use the WSS app. Right, let's just load up the website and get rid of that a minute. Not more than 5 seconds so I can get by him. Oh, it's just 5 seconds. Be the same for you, sir. If you did it, it would be 5 seconds. If it was the other way around, I'm sure you wouldn't want it to be more to yourself, so it is just 5 seconds. At the end of the day, it's only a 10-minute race. Right, results, are they done? Are the results in? The results are in. However, I need to apply a 5-second penalty for race 2. Reopen results, okay. Penalty, race 2. Race time, 5 seconds. Reason, avoidable contact. Lap 1, race 2. Contact with causing. How about 0 seconds? 5 seconds is on and done, which puts Lloyd down into P4 for race 2. So the new finished results for race 2: 6-6 in P1, Cole P2, Pindley in P3, Lloyd in P4, Kissel in P5, Butler P6, Mayer P7, Skyring P8, Jed in P9, Asunkau, I think that's how you pronounce it, in P10, Clemens in 11th, and Coulson getting that 1 minute time penalty at the end for track cuts. So closed and approved, which means that is the total for the day. So let's have a look at how that affects the drivers' standings. I do want to check something because I do feel like it's giving everyone slightly less points than it should. No, that's about right. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. So 25 points. 25 points. Oh, that's, yeah, okay. I'm being silly. No, it's all good. Right. Let's take a look at the standings after round 4. So here is the standings. So Jay Skyring's in P1 with 152 points. Just not quite extending the gap very much to Lloyd, who's currently sits in P2 with 139. So it is really anybody's championship, that is for sure. Butler in P3, or moves into P3, I think. 6-6 in P4, Mayer P5, Cole in P6 after a strong set of results today. Smith falls down to P7, Coulson into P8, Sobek P9, Torrico in P10. Did you see my Mr. Plough wipe out Butler in race 2? I did not see Mr. Plough wipe out Butler in race 2. Oh, that was at the fast chicane, wasn't it? Oh, hold the dog and bone. Hold the dog and bone. Yes, you are completely correct there. We need to check that out. Do I still have it? I don't think I've saved the replay, have I? Like the absolute tool that I am. Is this it?